Well, it's about 8:30 in the morning. I'm waiting at the Trinity Beach bus stop for the bus to take me into town. And my reclusive host has already left for the day, presumably to go to the school she teaches at. I presume she's teaching at a school, but I may be wrong there. And I'm feeling a little seedy, actually. I did the dumb thing of mixing drinks last night. I thought I didn't have that much, but it is a deadly combination, port and gin. And I actually had the gin on the rocks without, after getting through my tonic water. I had it without tonic water, and I still drank it, which is unusual for me. I don't usually like it. So yeah, I'm a bit dehydrated, so I've got to go. Well, I've got a medical appointment, so it's perfect timing, I guess. Anyway, it's a nice day, nice cool morning, a little overcast, but quite pleasant. Very windy again in Trinity Beach yesterday, the actual beach. You go that one block and it's relatively still air, and then you go there and it blows like a gale. It's amazing. It's been like that for a couple of days. Anyway, I'm going to try to get my videos done now that I have access to my desktop computer at the flat. So I'll get onto that in a few hours and upload some stuff, which I've been wanting to do for some days now. Well, what a world we live in. Not only do we have free healthcare in this country, now I've got free transport. They didn't charge me today, and I thought, oh well, it was just one of those special days that they're giving you a freebie. But no, they're not accepting cash anymore. So what does that mean? Does it mean that they're changing the ticketing system, and in the interim you're going to have free transport? I've got no idea. Very strange. That was not the answer I was expecting from the bus driver when I asked him why it was free today. Oh well, life is full of mysteries like that. It certainly made the journey a lot faster because you didn't have to worry about collecting any fares at all. So I made it with plenty of time to spare, which is usually the way when I've got one of these appointments, medical appointments, because I've got to go over to that building, get my plumbing attached to my port, and then go to imaging. This is far from ideal. This bus stop is actually now the walkway, partial access to the hospital. So you've got people wandering right through the actual bus stop, going from point A to point B down there. So yeah, it's pretty crazy because of all the work taking place here. Obviously some sort of renovations take. Oh, here's my bus. Okay, must be something in the water today. There's a crazy woman behind me mouthing off about something I don't understand. I tried to get a clarification from the bus driver about what's happening with the fares. And he just said it's free, no clarification whatsoever. I've got no idea whether they're changing the ticketing system or whatever. He didn't seem to know himself. Maybe the bus company just couldn't bother communicating with the drivers, I don't know. But from what I can gather, they're not going to be collecting fares from now on. So if there's no alternative system, they're not going to be charging people to ride the buses. So I mean, I'm not complaining, I just would like to know what's happening, that's all. Yeah, it seems like pretty good news, I guess. Anyway, I've got to head off to conveyancer. I'm going to try to get a few things clarified. I got a call from the ANZ Bank, and I've got to change the number I use to access the account online. So there's a lot of hassles involved. Just something as simple as reducing the credit card limit has turned into a bit of a nightmare, but at least this woman Portia who works at the ANZ has been pretty conscientious, keeping in contact with me and up to date what's going on, because I just need to activate the new card so I can actually have proof for the Commonbank that I've reduced the loan size. It's quite complicated, this whole thing. And the other problem is that the person that I've been dealing with, the Commonwealth Bank, hasn't replied to my latest emails. I presume she's on holidays or something, but you'd think someone else would take up workload. It's a bit strange. Again, I'll see if the conveyancers can clarify, because they deal with this one. They know who she is, and a big rap for her, and maybe they know what's going on, because I don't. The other alternative is just to pop into the branch and see if they can clarify it, which is just here actually, just next to Woolworths. Just a lot of things, a lot of hassles lately. I'll be very happy when this whole buying and selling property thing is resolved, because it's a pain in the ass at the moment. I really don't know what's going on. Yeah, a lot of issues to resolve. I think Lynette's been going through the same crap, but she's had the added hassle of having to look after her mum and having a kid as well, to be responsible for. So she's got a few responsibilities, and things seem to be calming down for her, thank God. But my time of turmoil is going to continue on for a few more weeks, I would say, before things actually do level out. It'll be a damn relief when I finally walk through that door of my new home, and actually I don't have to concern myself with these issues any longer. Apparently, other things, good news is apparently today that there's commitment by the federal government to reduce the insurance costs up here. So if that comes to fruition, it's not till July next year, but they're talking about potentially 50% reduction in premiums for house insurance, and that'll be a big bonus. That'll be $500 or so in my pocket if that occurs, so that's nice. No complaints there. So it is a huge issue in this part of the world. The price of house insurance is crazy. Well, it's Thursday here. This is actually my first week in Trinity Beach, and yeah, it's been pretty good. Although, you know, I haven't been spending as much time here as I would have liked, because I've had to do so many things back in Cairns with all the stuff, moving house and all that, all the bureaucratic garbage I've had to do. But that is minor stuff when compared with one major event that took place today, a really big one, and that is that Starship SN15, the prototype Starship, which is going to basically revolutionise space travel, had its first successful launch into up to 10 kilometres above Earth, hovered there, came down, did a belly flop to reduce speed coming back to Earth, and then did a controlled descent onto the launch pad, and this time it landed under total control using the legs that it has, and it's in one piece. There was a little bit of flame coming out from the side just during the landing and just after it, so it lasted for about 5-10 minutes, which is a bit of a worry, because something similar had happened with a fairly hard landing previously. I think it was SN10, if I stand corrected. I can't remember now. I think it might have been SN10 that actually landed intact but blew up in about 5 to 10 minutes later. This didn't occur with this one. This one landed and everything was controlled. They sprayed water over what was probably burning methane on the landing pad, and it was a successful flight, and they can actually now examine the intact craft to learn even more than they have in the past, because every other time it's just basically been blown to smithereens. This time it's in one piece, and they can properly examine the what's happened with the craft and understand how the landing procedure works. It's an amazingly complex landing procedure, and to pull it off at all is just an amazing thing. And now they've done it. Now they've just got to replicate what happened today to prove it's not just a fluke, that it's something they can do time and time again. And knowing SpaceX, I think most people believe that is the case. I mean, they've got a pretty good track record now, and the reason it's going to revolutionise things is just going to cut the cost of transporting material into space by a factor of 10 or more. It's just incredible what changes this is going to bring about. It's going to make the mission to the moon just a totally different mission than what it was with the Apollo era. There it was just basically planting a flag, going on the surface for about 48 hours, I think they were down for. It might have been longer, but it wasn't that long. You had the 2 crew people going down. This time we're talking about a moon base, presumably permanently manned, and it's going to be a totally different situation, a permanent presence on another planet, and learning about sustainable technologies like mining and power generation, reducing fuel, air, water. It's all there, and they're going to properly exploit their surroundings. So it's a huge difference, and today is an historic day. So mark this down in your calendar, because I think in the years to come this will be regarded as a milestone in the history of humanity, because it's going to open up space. It's that dramatic. That's why it's such a big deal, and it's going to change the economics of the whole thing. So well done, Mr. Musk, and all the people at SpaceX that have made this possible today. Quite an amazing day's events. So got that under the belt. More parochial things to deal with my moving house. I've just got one. I've had some major hassles just trying to prove to the CommBank, who have given me a provisional okay for a housing loan. It's under the proviso that I reduce the limit on my credit card. Now I need to prove to them the credit card's held at the ANZ. I need to be able to give them proof that the credit has actually reduced, and today I finally got a letter across to them that actually pretty well proves that. They still want more material apparently. I don't know what the amount of crap that they need for their compliance is ridiculous, but anyway, so it looks as though now we're getting to the nitty-gritty. The paperwork's being drawn up. I'm going to actually see the mobile lender. She's going to pop out here, and we're going to sign some papers and what have you. So we are getting to the end of this journey, and it's been a very bloody long journey, and it's caused a lot of nervousness for me because it's just a lot of hassles. I've still got to get the business sorted out when moving furniture and what have you. That's the next big hassle. I've just got the electricity and the internet through TPG sorted out yesterday, so that's good. I've had to ring up organisations that I'm getting debited through my credit card to get all that changed over. That's been done. So really now it's just a matter of getting things sorted out with a time to actually get the movers around to move all the crap out of my flat, so it'll be vacant possession for the person buying it on the 21st of this month. Still got a bit of time. It's not panic stations, but I do want to get these things locked in, and I'll be happier once all the stuff's been moved out of the flat. It's funny, I was there yesterday, and I'm quite frankly, I can't wait to get away from the place. I just don't want to have anything to do with it anymore. I'm over it totally. It is so much quieter and more serene up here. It's the quality of life is so much better. And you know, I'm just doing this walk today just for pure pleasure, because it is a nice experience just walking down the street. But in Parramatta Park, you know, it's just all built up, urbanised, and it's chalk and cheese, in my opinion. So when I get my own house, I'm going to be spending a lot of time out in the yard trying to improve it, the garden and other improvements, but I'll be mainly concentrating on gardening. It'll keep me busy. It's a big enough place, so it'll be good, very good. So it's just a bit of a light breeze here, but chances are I walk that one block to the beach and it's going to blow pretty well a gale. We'll see. Anyway, I missed out on having a bus ride into town today, and I'm very happy about that because I was getting pretty bored with the bus journey. We're going to have to do it once tomorrow, and after that I think I might have a break for the weekend before maybe the next trip might be to Smithfield. First time I've actually done shopping in Smithfield since coming up here. So I've been there before. I don't think it's as ritzy as Cairns Central, but it does have all the essentials. I don't think there's actually an office works there though, not that I know of. I hadn't looked it up, but yeah, I haven't found. I've got to say, as soon as I walked out of that duplex I'm staying at, I noticed how much cooler it is outside. It really is warm in that unit. So it's pretty quiet here at the moment. Gee, it was pretty busy yesterday afternoon. This is before the school kids come back though. It seems to get busier in the afternoon. So it's very picturesque, isn't it, with the hills around there and that big hill there. It's a lovely part of the world. And this is really going to be on my doorstep even when I move to Kawara. It's just walking distance, 25-minute walk, and I'm here. Fantastic, great lifestyle. It's a bit quieter here than on the weekends, but still a few people wandering around. It's a beautiful day today. I'll just give you a pan to give you an idea what the sky's like. Very clear. There's I saw one person actually swimming in the netted area. That was it. It's pretty quiet here today. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you, or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great.